it is Amy from Curious Papaya, and welcome to my channel. If you've been following me on Instagram, you might have seen that I am in the middle of transforming a part of my bedroom into my studio. This is where I'm going to be filming tutorials and also some longer content for YouTube going forward. It's not fully finished right now, and so I have like shelves and boxes lined up against the walls, and so we get to sit in front of my unorganized yarn shelf today. So there's actually a number of exciting things happening in the month of February, and one of them is Valentine's Day. This is going to be my very first pattern roundup that I'm sharing in a video format. I seriously had so much fun curating my list to find you 50 plus free Valentine's Day crochet patterns. I've got my amigurumi lovers covered, I've got my crochet garment lovers covered, and a bunch of things in between. You can find everything on my blog post roundup in the description below. So let's jump right in. So the first category is all about animals and characters. First up is my adorable little dragon. This is actually in collaboration with Premier Yarns, and I made a dragon for Lunar New Year. However, with Valentine's Day being right around the corner, I knew that I just had to create a little pink version. This little guy works up in less than 2 hours, and you can find the free pattern on Premier's website. Next up, we have a free Hello Kitty pattern by Wonder Crochet. She actually has a bunch of free Sanrio patterns on her website as well. Next, we have a lovely skunk by Sarah D. Crochet, and this adorable bunny holding a heart-shaped balloon by Happy Gurumi. Next, we have a classic teddy bear holding a heart, and this is by Amigurumi Space. And I feel like the nice thing about Valentine's Day is that you could easily modify any animal pattern you have to be Valentine's Day themed, as long as it's within the color range of white, red, pink, and if you sprinkle some hearts in there. The next free pattern is by Pink Mouse Boutique, and this actually comes in 9 different parts. It comes with a base envelope and also a bunch of little critters that you can make, including a bee, a little pig, a fox, axolotl, and so much more. It's definitely worth checking out. Crochet to Play also has this adorable free hedgehog pattern. I thought that the textures and the colors of the spikes was really unique. Darling Maple Designs also has a really fun gnome pattern. Repeat Crafter Me has a cute little owl pattern. You can also work up a Valentine's Day mouse couple pattern by Ollie Holly Crochet. Wonder Crochet also has a free love bug pattern, and I like that it's no sew. It's like a little caterpillar, and I think it's so cute and cuddly. For my bird lovers, there's also a free lovebirds pattern. And if you're looking for something that's a little bit quicker, there's a butterfly and a ladybug pattern that you could easily turn into a nice card or a little brooch or a pin. The next pattern is a quick make. It is called the Heart Friend. I feel like this followed the really big trend of leggy animals like Leggy Froggy and whatnot, and I feel like this would make such a cute market make. There's also a chubby little cat pattern and these crochet sloths. Next is a free Baymax pattern, and I love that there's a little heart on the chest. Lastly, in this category of animals and characters is a doll. It is this Cupid doll, and I scoured the internet for all of the free Cupid patterns I could find, and truly this was like the cutest one in my opinion. Moving on to the next category, food. Valentine's Day is all about the boxes of chocolates and the beautiful presentation. I have a few chocolate options for you chocolate lovers here. The first one comes in this nice rectangular box, and it is by She Knows. And if you're looking for the classic heart-shaped box, you can find this one here as well. And the next pattern is a giant Hershey's Kiss, and this is actually by my good friend Tiny Friends Crochet. I feel like the white chocolate Hershey's Kisses that always came out around Valentine's Day were everyone's favorite. We also have these heart donuts by Twinkie Chan, who by the way also has a ton of free food patterns on her YouTube channel. And lastly, these conversation hearts. So when I first learned how to crochet in about 2018, 2019, this was one of my very first patterns I attempted, and I made them into little keychains, and in my wonky embroidering, I wrote the cute little words like I love you and stuff like that, you know. It was a really gappy mess. I feel like I need to redeem myself and remake it a second time, you know? But yes, this pattern is by One Dog Woof, and she also has a ton of other free tutorials on her page as well. The next topic is wearables. I just came out with this pattern just a couple of days ago. It is featured on Clover USA's blog. It is called the Love Letter Crossbody. It's like a cute little quiche bag. I think that's how you pronounce it. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I loved making this fun statement piece, and it was so easy. Also, if you liked this bag pattern, please let me know so I can come up with more. We're gonna have a whole ton of heart themed cardigans, sweaters, and what have you. I'm trying to share ones that I haven't seen shared too much in other roundups before so that you can discover something new. This heart patterned sweater is so cute and it reminds me of Powerpuff Girls, which was like one of my all-time favorite cartoons growing up as a kid, and something that is trending and is on the rise for this year of 2024 are bows. So how cute would this crochet bow be if you just like attached a hair tie to it or a clip? So easy and handmade, it's beautiful. I just can't think of a more simple handmade gift. Next we have the heart patchwork sweater. It just looks really slouchy and stylish and cozy. And our next heart-shaped pattern sweater is this one right here. And I swear to you, I just saw this being sold at Target for like $30. I thought it was so cute. But then it was one of those things where it's like, I could make that. And I think I might actually make it with this pattern here. Last up for the sweaters is this infatuation sweater. I really like that the designer used more muted colors just to offer an option that isn't like bright red and pink and in your face. And if you wanted a little more flexibility but still keep it Valentine's Day themed, the following are free patterns for Valentine's Day themed granny squares. You can turn these into totes, bucket hats, granny square vests, sweaters, you name it. Rafa Musa is one of my favorite designers. She just has a ton of adorable free patterns on her website. Her 20 granny squares are free and you can mix and match them. You can turn them into anything that you want. Here is another lovely free heart granny square pattern. I don't know the name of this stitch, so if you know, please leave a comment below. I just really like the gaps that are created by clustering the chains together like this. And speaking of tote bags, this is a full free tutorial on how to make your own heart granny square tote bag. That was a mouthful. I've had to refilm that part like 10 times. So next up we have flowers. So crochet flowers are on the rise, and as I was doing my research, I stumbled upon this really cool designer who has dozens of free flower patterns. The ones that I'm gonna highlight here are the rose, the lily, the poppy, and the daffodil, and the dandelion. I feel like you can mix and match all of these different flowers and make a beautiful bouquet. You could even mix in real baby's breath flowers because those dry beautifully and you could have it all together. And this tulip pattern is by a different designer, but it's also equally as gorgeous. The next topic we have is home decor. I feel like you can find cozies and pot holders easily, but let's be real, for me personally, that doesn't really excite me. When I think of home decor, I think of things that are functional and cute and kind of like a statement piece in your house, which brings me to our first pattern, which is my giant heart pattern. This is a free pattern on my website, and I include 3 different size modifications, and all you have to do is simply change your hook size or double up on certain yarns, and it's definitely cuddle sized. I don't have any left with me to show you on screen right now because they all sold out at last year's market. Next is this tutorial for these really adorable kissable lips. So it is in a different language, however, YouTube offers a great translation option, and I feel like you can follow along what's going on in the screen if you have basic amigurumi knowledge. Next is Daisy Farm Craft's beautiful pink gingham blanket. Am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that right, oh my goodness. And checkerboard prints are definitely making a comeback in this new year, and I just love all of the color blocking options you have. This subtle pink color is so pretty and dreamy. I have a weak spot for gingham for sure. Next is this free pattern by Yarnspirations. The main photo shows a bright red yarn being used, but I don't know, I'm just a sucker for pink too, I guess in general, as you can probably see. It is definitely my favorite color. These would make great throw pillows for like your couch or like your little reading nook. Next we have a popcorn heart blanket. So I don't know about you, but both of my kids are really into like textures. They love like rubbing like the same area of like their blanket or their lovey over and over. And so I feel like something like this would be a big hit with little ones. But truly, who isn't a fan of fun textures? The next pattern is by Once Upon a Cheerio, and it is these giant conversation heart pillows. It's nice because you can modify and have words on them, or you can leave them as is, but I just feel like Anything pastel is so romantic and playful and flirty, and I just absolutely love these. If you're into C2C or corner to corner crochet, here's a really simple heart-shaped blanket that you could easily make. Conversation hearts are having their moment. The next pattern is again by Twinkie Chan, and it is a conversation heart garland. You could easily turn these little hearts into coasters as well. Next is the Hearts Plushies Baby Blanket. I really like that the designer used like pastel rainbow colors. You could definitely swap out the colors to like neutral beige or some oatmeal colors, cream colors, and I feel like that would also be really pretty. Next is a heart-shaped hot air balloon pattern by Jackie Stitchery, and to redeem this pattern for free, you can use the coupon code that I'm going to include on the screen. Lastly, for home decor is this adorable little succulent that you can crochet. This would be a really cute desk buddy or something that you could place on the top of your bookshelf. And the very last pattern that I want to share is Will You Be Mine Valentine's Day card. This one does not require any crocheting on your part actually, but it's a really fun craft you could do and even include your little ones in on. Basically, any applique can be put onto a blank card, which you can get at Michael's or Joann or Amazon, and you could whip up a really easy Valentine's Day card just like that. I've also seen people attach little pins on the back of these appliques so that you could remove it from the card after it has been gifted and you could wear it. Whew, okay, I feel like coming mainly from Instagram and TikTok, I'm always thinking about how much I can squeeze into a 10-second segment, and the thing I'm constantly reminding myself of as I'm filming for YouTube is to slow down. So it's definitely been a fun learning experience. I look forward to making more of these kinds of videos for you, so be sure to subscribe. Let me know in the comments which pattern you want to try out first. Happy Valentine's Day everyone, and we'll see you again soon.